Hey guys, welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, but it's kind of different because you might be thinking all new, but we're going old school with this. As you can see, we've got some toys right here. We brought back the table for you guys, a little bit of nostalgia for you. We've got Rob over here. He's got the tablet. He'll be monitoring the chat. We've got Cora. She's even got, a toy of her own. She's got her laptop. We got notes. We're having a great time. And then,
What?
Really, Jason?
In the...
Too much?
Yeah, just
You
a little.
think?
Just a little.
It's going the wrong way.
It's gonna hit your whiskey.
Let's see us live. Get over there. Stop.
Alright guys, welcome to it. Like I said earlier, this is SCNS Live. That's right, I'm Matt, and we're here with the old school edition, and to my right, the man that is normally behind the camera, Mr. Robin Tropy.
Are we gonna start that again?
He
God, it's like when
doesn't know what to do. He's been so gone for so long.
The internet is for poor.
It is.
The
There we
internet is for poor.
For porn. So grab your dick and
And
double click for Jason the X.
What's up? Cheers! I get to sit and drink again tonight. Whoops.
That's right. So we got Jason the X over there. He's got his. Is that whiskey?
It's apple juice.
Uh-huh.
It's old school. You can bring out the alcohol again.
Oh, well, it's definitely whiskey.
It's definitely whiskey.
Oh, yeah. That's
And then drinking what we can only assume is some sort of alcohol is Miss Cora Barton.
Hello, I'm drinking root beer. Which, thank you, Linda. This was from our game. It's delicious.
Speaking of Linda, first thing out the bat, she's like, "What? This ain't old school. We didn't have any green screens."
I beg to differ.
We had crappy green.
We had very terrible. It was like space behind us. Or something. It was weird.
Planets.
Yeah.
I had one that was like skulls that kept like coming out at the screen. It was like.
I don't remember
Did
that
I put
one.
anything on the screen?
And then we had the Matrix thing too. We had the Matrix.
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We
I
went through
remember
so
that.
many.
Well, the man who is controlling the green screen tonight is none other than the Professor Chris King.
We actually gave him a microphone.
Greetings and salutations, humans.
He just called us humans. He doesn't know that we're in. All right.
Yeah.
So, as we do with every episode of SCNS Live, we're going to go on to super cool nerd news. But the difference between this one is it's so old school, we're discussing the news.
Well, there's a lot to discuss.
There is a lot to discuss. So, Chris, roll the beautiful bean footage.
Oh, I'm in chat. Sorry.
We're so old school, even Jason doesn't know his cues.
Hey, I'm in the chat room again. Awesome. Okay, so big news breaking from Cinelinks.com. Yes, Cinelinks.com, where you can find a lot of your best movie reviews, news, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinks.com. Just throwing it out there. But our boy Jordan seems to get a lot of exclusives.
Yes, he does. He gets a lot of
Just get picked up, and I'm actually curious where his information has come from. Let's just throw it on the table real quick, because Jordan has scoops.
Oh, he really does. It keeps getting picked up by others.
And yeah,
just start listening
so
up.
just saying, if you know somebody, man, you might wanna share some news. Anyway, so a character from the page is actually going to be featured on screen now, which we knew some of this was going to be coming, especially with a lot of the expanded universe being rewritten. Now, I'm not even familiar with the character it actually is. There is a report of the Star Wars live-action TV show that's coming, but apparently it's Moff Delian Moores. Do you remember that person from the expanded universe, Rob?
No, I really don't know the expanding universe.
I know we talked a little bit about it, but Moff Delian Moores is a brand new character. But the uniqueness of this character is actually it's the first LGBT character in the Star Wars universe.
Wow.
Yeah, so a high-ranking Imperial who's LGBT, which, I mean, hey.
That's really cool. I mean, that's the Man, that's
I would
really
think-
progressive. I mean, because that's not something that's never been covered before in the Star Wars universe, and you never really. I guess I never
And
thought
this is
about
a-
it before.
This is a moth.
Yes, this is a moth. So
That's kind of messed up.
I actually look more favorably on the Empire now.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably get paid real well. They're very accepting of other people's lifestyles.
Yeah,
This is actually...
the Emperor is more accepting than America.
Oh! Maybe somebody needs to get
We're gonna get some hate mail on
I
that.
don't know. Would you say that the Empire is actually more progressive than the Jedi?
They
Well,
are.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
well, certainly more than Indiana. But anyway,
Oh!
just gonna stick that knife in there.
That's okay. The Midwest just got electricity, right?
Apparently so.
They just figured it all out.
But yeah, it's character jumping from page to screen, which I'm okay with. But with Rogue One coming out, I'm just gonna keep throwing it out there. If Rogue One is not about Rogue Squadron, I'll be pissed off. This is great news and everything, but Rogue One needs to be about some damn X-wings and space battles. That's all.
I thought you were about to say Rogue One needs to be about some LGBT women. I'm like, huh? All right, that's weird, but all right, yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Hey,
I don't know if that's the
your
entire
life-
plot.
Your lifestyle is accepted. You can blow up planets.
Yeah, yeah.
People fear and respect you. I mean,
Dude, I mean, Rogue One needs to be about like what you said about X-wings and fighting in
need
space.
this.
I mean, that's gonna be so cool, man. And this is like the first spin-off, right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this is it.
Yeah, that's gonna be really, really cool. I mean, I remember playing the games, man. Rogue
N64.
Squadron, so good.
Bring it on.
Such a good game.
Anyway. All right, who's got the next story? 'Cause
The next one is about it's about Suicide Squad.
oh yeah,
That's right.
yeah, you can have this one.
Yeah.
I can have it.
Whatever.
Didn't you have it?
No, I don't want to talk about Suicide
Why don't you
Squad.
want to talk about Suicide Squad?
Because it's Suicide Squad, it's DC, and they already made a good Suicide Squad. It's on Arrow.
I don't know. Did you see this last episode of Arrow?
Hey,
No, remember
Did
he's
you
not
see
allowed
this
to
last
watch.
week?
Remember,
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
guys.
Hold up.
I would never.
Hold up.
This
This needs to be covered, damn it. How did you see it?
What Arrow? I know because remember after the Boxing Glove Arrow.
Yeah, remember he's not allowed to watch
I
her
promised I
anymore.
would never watch
Yeah.
it again, and I have never ever watched it again.
Why do I feel like you have?
'Cause where's the trust here? You know that if I said something like that, I would not go back on my word.
Liar.
That is a lie.
Bullcrap!
Thank you,
In the
Chris.
immortal words of
Sorry, I had a cough, everybody.
Lying.
Upper respiratory.
Anyway,
Horseshit! Oh, I'm sorry.
wow.
Wow, bro.
Professor back here.
That got dark really quick. What is this, an after-hours show? Like what? Wow, we should definitely.
I
do
mean,
that.
DC's got whatever else they're announcing. Why don't you bring a movie on? How about that? Huh?
We're working on it.
Give me another.
That is
give me
what
another
that's what they're
poster with
currently
Aquaman
yelling.
and his mascara again.
They're always yelling that in a meeting. They're like, "Hey, why don't we have a movie on yet? We're working on it, damn it! It's hard to make a movie."
We keep pushing it back, and now we're not even going to put Cyborg in there. Apparently.
Nobody said that.
Whatever.
Nobody said
They
that.
just don't mention it.
They're just not talking about him. I mean,
Yeah, because he's just some kid they found when they have all these big name stars, so they're pushing them. And you really need
Well,
to
that
push freaking
seems-
Aquaman.
that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's the big money people. That's what's going to bring the people into the theater. So yeah, they're not talking about some big or some little guy. Whenever you've got Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Yes.
Oh, what were we talking about?
I
I
Can I-
we
think-
went
can
off
I-
on a tangent.
Okay, so we were talking about Harley Quinn.
Oh.
See,
That's
it's
right.
just like the old episode.
This is it, right?
Okay.
So
Right here, Des will be freaking out.
Right. Okay. We're gonna. So, do I have it right here? Is that
Yeah,
what-
she's over
okay,
there.
Okay. Hi. So Harley Quinn, it looks like in the new Suicide Squad, is going to have multiple looks, and this comes from the Latino Review. Harley Quinn has a few looks throughout the film, going from traditional with the animated series as a reference to prison attire, and in one sequence where they infiltrate a club, she wears a dress. Get this, her and Joker's pet hyenas are in the film briefly. Apparently Harley with the hyenas are a big motif.
I think we actually found something that Inazmi wouldn't be objecting to.
I don't think she would object to that.
She did make a post saying, like, she's excited, but we're gonna see on this.
Wait, hasn't she been against the whole like the skimpy outfit
Yes.
that she wears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably going to put her in that.
Well, I think that might be one of the looks, but I think they're also probably going to pay homage to the older ones.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, because like they said the animated series. Well, there was not an animated series that had her in the skimpy outfit. Every animated series had her in the jumpsuit with that. Can you think of one, Chris?
I was going to say, but no, that's probably not considered canon. I would say as Batman Beyond, her granddaughter had the
Yeah,
skimpy,
but
that's
Batman
not
Beyond,
that's
that's
not
the
that's
future.
not her. That's
Yeah.
future. Yeah.
So I think they'll play homage to it. I think at one point she will be, because I mean you know who the actress is that plays her. They're gonna want to play that sex appeal card. But I think with the other times, I mean she'll be all covered up.
I wonder if she'll do the baby voice and call it Mr. J.
Oh, she has to. How could she not?
Yeah.
well, actually, there won't be any Mr. J. There shouldn't be.
Joker's in it.
Joker's in it.
Yeah, Jared Leto's
Leo.
playing Joker.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Leto or
I'm
Leo?
still thinking the freaking Arrow, not
No,
the freaking.
I love-
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well,
Although there still has been no Harley in that since they had that one little cameo.
and they said they were going to show her, but I guess
Yeah, but they also
that
said they were
was
going to
it.
show Nightwing too, and they never did that either, did they?
Much to my sadness.
Mine too. High five for sadness. Now we're happy again. All right, so in other DC news, we're going to switch this to a less attractive version, is Lex Luthor. That's right, we've got new Lex Luthor, who's rumored to be in Suicide Squad, and he's actually going to be in the newer Superman movie. So yeah, Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg. This is the first look at him. As you can see, he's very bald.
He looks like the guy from Smallville. He
Michael
looks just-
I
Rosenbaum.
don't think he
Who,
does.
Michael Rosenbaum?
No.
I think it looks just like him.
No, I highly disagree with that.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's still jarring to me to think of Jesse Eisenberg, a young guy, being Lex Luthor.
He looks a little less like Michael Rosenbaum, a little more like Adam Sessler. He's got the Sessler look going on here.
Cable,
Maybe.
you're actually
Yeah.
raising a good point because Cable looks considerably older than he is. I mean, I just see a scene like I'm Lex Luthor and Cable just go, get the fuck out of here.
Right? I feel like this entire time Lex Luthor is going to be. I feel like just like in every Jesse Eisenberg movie, it's going to be about how he's trying to earn respect. Like that. That's going to be the entire first time, or first time we see him.
just palm face him. Get out of my face.
No respect.
No respect.
No, there were some people talking about this and they're saying, "Oh, this is gonna suck. It's a horrible Luthor." And honestly, I like Jesse Eisenberg, but the one thing that I mentioned, it was on BC's page.
Yeah.
I wanted to run him over with the car, with a semi, after The Social Network.
Well, who did?
He was an asshole. In
That's
the movie.
his character, though.
Yeah, that's the character. So if he could pull it off, and he's does all this funny kind of spazzy, nerdy, geeky kind of guy in every other movie, and he's just, I want to kill him. I want to kill him right now.
Yeah.
Look at the camera and say it.
Then
Just tell him.
I think he can pull it off.
He probably can. It's a little weird to see. I mean, because whenever you think of Lex Luthor, you think of like the animated series or the animated movies that they had,
He's older.
where he was a lot older and he was stronger, and you just had that chiseled jaw. Versus now you've got Lex Luthor, and it's Jesse Eisenberg. But I like Jesse, like you said, I like him as an actor. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna represent the character well. But as far as like seeing it, I just can't. It's really weird to me.
The only Luthor that should be is either power suit Luthor,
Oh yeah.
or high collared like purple shirt Luthor from Challenge of the Super Friends.
No.
They have to bring in.
They gotta bring that in,
They
man.
gotta bring Power Suit though, for sure. At one point. All right.
Only if a tailor brings out that costume and Luthor kills him.
Why are these pets high? Pop.
All right. So moving on. What's the next story?
My story, yay! Is it my favorite one?
I think it's one of your favorite people.
Squirtle!
Whoa. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little damp under here. we got some steak.
It's like a tropical jungle up in
Go
hell.
right ahead. It's okay.
Go.
Don't tempt me. You're one of them.
He is.
I didn't say anything this time.
He's a
This
man. He's a man.
What do you mean, one of them?
Right? Yeah.
Anyway, oh my god.
I feel so upset.
So, Jeremy Renner, in conjunction with Don Handfield and their company, the Combined and Midnight Radio and A&E Studios, they are creating a new show for the History Channel.
Hitler Channel.
Not
Stop
the,
saying Hitler Channel!
That's so
the
fucked up.
History Channel called Nightfall, and it's going to be about the Knights of Templar. I want it now.
That's gonna be really cool. The Templars?
Yes.
Wow.
It's gonna be kind of the same thing like Vikings is for
Yes.
Vikings, where it's giving you history without giving you a documentary, basically.
Will Ezio be killing them?
I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Ah.
That would be
Fist
so
bump,
bad.
bro.
Let's see, the official description that they had was persecution, downfall, and burning at the stake of the Knights of Templar on Friday the 13th, 1307.
Of course, it's Friday the 13th.
So we'll probably learn why Friday the 13th is still an unlucky number. All I know is that I'm going to find any way possible to watch this. We don't have a release date for it. We just know it's going to happen, and I'm so excited.
Can I borrow this for a second?
Why are you borrowing it?
Can I just show how much of a talented artist that
No.
Cora is? Look at that. That's just her scribble. Like, look how good that is. And is that Jeremy Renner? Is that your Renner? Yeah. That is pretty. That is really good. Look at that. It's chibi Jeremy Renner.
Actually,
I love that.
remember the sketches that she did of all of us? I
Yeah.
think all of us use those for our profiles.
Oh
at
yeah.
some
For
point
the
or
longest time, I had that as mine.
I still need to finish mine and Dez's. Those were the only two I never finished. And Chris's.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't
I'm
finish
sorry,
Chris's.
Chris. I actually finished yours, but now I can't find it.
That's
I
just
can't remember which sketchbook I had it in. I have like 3.
that's just the story of my life. That's okay.
I'm sorry, I did finish yours.
Xander said he can't hear. Bump this mic up a little bit.
Okay, I got it bumped.
How about now?
Well, of course, now. We'll just have to speak up a little bit. Anyway.
How about now?
Well, there are no separate mics. We're using overheads. Anyway,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait for it. I know a lot of you can't wait for it, because who doesn't want to learn about the Knights of the Temple?
I'm so pumped for this. I love everything that History Channel has done as far as like a dedicated series. I think it's really good. I mean, when they started with Vikings and they did the Bible, I think each one have been really, really good. And just doing one about the Templars is going to be so
I'm
badass.
excited. I mean, yeah.
And I love, and this needs to be a discussion at some point that we need to talk about. Is it becoming, is TV now winning the battle against movies? Because I feel like so many big stars are now going to like TV. You know, you've got Jeremy Renner, who's a huge star, who's
Yeah.
going to TV.
Well, going back to TV.
Right.
He used to be on TV a lot.
Yeah, and then you've got other stars who, like Zooey Deschanel, she used to be on like a whole bunch of movies. Well, now she's doing, TV, and everyone loves her. So, I mean, is that kind of the norm right now? And is that going to be like, is TV winning the battle?
Well, it's always been kind of a thing where they would just go back and forth and back and forth. Yes, it has. Don't you shake your head at me, boy.
You think movies are winning?
No, I'm just saying it's their career. TV, movies, TV,
Yeah.
movie. Walking red
Lorenzo Lamas.
Walking a red carpet and people are like, who the fuck is that? Oh, that's Lorenzo. Oh, my God. And then eventually, they find you with a... But I'm not even gonna. I was.
No, they find you in a sci-fi channel in some weird monster
Oh,
movie.
Jesus
Which
Christ.
is worse than death. Okay,
It
that's
really
worse
is.
than what I was gonna say.
That's a death sentence.
Oh,
But-
God.
Or you're in Sharknado 4. Oh.
I don't know. That would actually be a good
would help
role.
a career.
That actually
Yeah,
might.
that's
Well,
boosting careers.
No, I mean, you think about it, back in the day, there weren't as many good stories on TV as there were in movies. Like, movies were the biggest thing. TV, it was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
this show, it's okay. And nowadays, it's like you're getting good quality TV. Like, you've got Arrow, you've got Flash, you've got other shows that we watch as well. So, I mean, are they winning?
I wouldn't say they're winning because still people are going to the movies.
True.
Like, probably in greater numbers than they ever have been. Because, I mean, there's been actually good movies. I think it's just both. We've got good movies and we've got good TV to keep us entertained.
I love the chat here.
Well,
Go ahead.
You've got good TV to keep you entertained in between good movies. and more people are talking about TV than they have in a while. I think that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Starman Morrison in the chat. I actually marched behind Lorenzo Lamas in a parade as a teenager. He was riding the Renegade motorcycle.
Yeah. I love
Also,
it.
Xander Price wants to see if we can go interview the people from the Night Vale thing.
Yes, can we?
I don't know. I'll ask.
Okay, happy pants. Call
All right then.
Hold on.
Thanks, Xander.
Tell you what, I'll call them up right now. Hey, can we interview you guys?
Right.
They said no.
Thank you, Xander, for allowing underneath the table to get a little bit more humid.
Ooh.
Oh! Are you okay?
You're right.
You
There's a
poor
wall
thing.
back there.
We're really close to the wall.
It really is. I don't know what's behind us, but I know you hit it. I know you hit it. Yes,
Anyway.
you did. There's already a knot.
Next.
No, that's always been there.
Oh, shit.
Wrong.
All right, so
this-
what's next?
Yeah.
Two more.
Oh,
Okay, so after a 13-year commercial break, we're coming back with the X-Files.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I don't know how long the series is going to be. They just did
6 episodes.
6
You did
episodes.
Twilight Zone.
Oh!
Okay, that's good enough for me to tolerate because I didn't finish watching X-Files when it was on
I
TV.
hit my head.
Okay.
Once Mulder was gone, I was gone.
Seriously, why are they doing this? Anybody?
I-
want some-
There are still fans out there.
Yes,
People
there are
want to
fans
see
out there.
something, so they're giving them something. Hopefully, they finally come back, take Mulder to fucking Tatooine, and just end it. Just end everything.
But
You're-
is this really necessary? Is it?
I could jump in. Seeing that Fox had some success with the limited 24 series they did last season, they fast-tracked this project. Simply put, there's a lot of fans of X-Files still out there.
Okay.
Plus,
Okay.
hang on.
Look, there's a big difference between Jack Bauer and Mulder and Scully.
Well, if I may, one of the reasons why this got so much, what's the word I'm thinking? Not moisture.
Moist? Damn, but is it going over there?
Yes, it is. No, truth be told, the reason that
Chris, we're about
X-Files.
to not give you a mic anymore.
Sorry. Okay. Truth be told, the reason being is X-Files has actually found a second life on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
got
can
a
see that. I can see
huge, both the first generation and now a brand new generation that's discovering it. So it's one of those shows that, they're going to give it the British treatment. They're going to give it 6 episodes, and they're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Which Fox has actually been doing a lot of.
Well, Gillian Anderson has become British anyway.
Well, she's British. She was British to begin with.
Well, yeah, okay.
My question,
She has been.
and I asked this.
Wow. I
Speaking-
didn't realize that she was Madonna now.
Well, actually, she was born in England. She was raised in D.C. as a kid, but she's one of those polygons that has like it's like Barrowman.
But when she left and went back to England to
She-
do TV there, she just...
The accent picks up.
Hey.
Well, it's like Barrowman. If you hear John Barrowman talk, you hear his North American, like on Arrow, he's playing what's his Merlin.
Malcolm Merlin.
Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've watched him in interviews like he's over there, he starts talking like he's a Scotsman. And he talks like this and does all this kind of thing. They can't see me doing the little dance behind them.
That explanation is like Jason going to England and just picking up a Cockney accent. The fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason with a Cockney accent.
What hell?
Bad.
Why?
That was really bad.
Your accent
Oh my.
was terrible.
You know what?
Seriously, what are you doing over there?
Your accent's not that good either.
It's okay.
It could pass. It's
Why don't you
possible.
shut the fuck up? Anyway,
I've gotten more South African.
next.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
From the chat, though, I like maybe David Duchovny has to pay off another baby mama. Thank you,
That's
Scotty.
right.
Yeah,
Which
fucking
one is,
sexual
comics?
deviant.
Yeah, I'm not. Wow, that's probably right.
Okay, so big, and it was a comic that I did not actually pick up on Picks from the Rack. but
God dang it!
Recent
Jason!
Ninja Turtles comic came out. Turtles were going up against Shredder. Unfortunately, Bebop and Rocksteady in the comics went after Donatello, who was by himself.
Motherfucker.
And in a pretty gruesome scene, they killed Donatello. And I can only say this is probably one of the more graphic scenes I've seen from the current incarnations of Ninja Turtles, having actually read the old ones and when they first came out, this was a really graphic death. It ended off on a note that everybody's on the internet, on Facebook. Donatello's dead. R.I.P. He's actually not dead, but he is severely injured. He is on life support in a coma. But I was describing it to you guys before. Basically, they cracked open Donatello with a sledgehammer and then discussed what oozed out of him.
Oh.
So like I said, really graphic comic, and he was pretty much left for dead. But he's not dead. They did a little sneak peek. He is on life support and severely injured. So we will see Donatello again.
So what, are they filling him up with, like in his IV bag, is it like that old ooze that
Jello.
made them like radioactive?
Look, I've seen a turtle run over on the road, and this is exactly what this looked like in the comic.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were talking to Hannah about it because she only knows the Ninja Turtles from the TV series.
Oh,
Which is,
me too. Yeah.
The happy-go-lucky kind of cowabunga dude, pizza. And we had to explain to her just how violent Ninja Turtles was when it started out.
I didn't know that.
This was
Really
not
know
a
that?
kid's comic book.
When I got this comic as a kid, my grandparents went, "Oh, they're ninjas and turtles," and then they actually opened it up, and they were like, "You get that the hell out of this house," because it was really violent, and Eastman and Laird.
Yeah, they didn't pull punches.
Which was it Eastman or Laird that did this current story run? Which one was it?
It's Eastman.
It is
Yeah,
Kevin
I
Eastman
believe
doing
it's
it, yeah.
So, like, I heard this story. I was at the gym, and my workout buddy Kevin, he was like, we're lifting. We're doing some bench press, and I'm on the bench, and I'm going. He goes, "Hey, bro, did you hear that Donatello's killed?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, what the He was like, he spotted me, he got him, like, I was like, "Oh, shit." How did he die? Like, that was so shocking, man.
Why would
honestly-
he tell someone that while they're lifting?
I think he thought I could handle it.
I honestly
could
love
not.
the nostalgia of everybody just like, Donatello? What? It's like everybody in our age group that grew up on Ninja Turtles was immediately just shocked and like, no! Not Donnie! Not Donnie!
Oh, Jesus, take me instead. Take me, Lord.
Well, and then it raised the question. I was trying to think of it. Like, after I found out, I was like, you can't kill off Donnie. The Donnie's a heart and soul. Like, they're not going to know what to do without Donnie. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, if you could kill off one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character and it wouldn't matter, who would it be?
Raphael.
And I was like, it narrowed down to Michelangelo. And I'm like, fuck, I like Michelangelo. No.
No,
But you
Michelangelo's
could.
good
You could kill
pressed.
Mikey.
No, Michelangelo's good when under pressure.
Well, yeah, but you've got Leo as the leader. You've got Donnie as the brains.
It's
You've got
really,
Raphael
it's really
as
a
the muscle.
toss-up between the two. I'll admit, it's a toss-up between the two. It's like, all right, so somebody's got to die.
I didn't have to think. It's Michelangelo. Dead.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Although what's funny, Donatello is the one that you always forget about. Like, you're like, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael. Who's the other one?
And the one with the purple.
Yeah. Who's the purple one?
You forget about him until it's time for some new gadget to come out.
Is
It's
it
like,
DeAndre?
DeAndre.
Is it Daquan?
What's next? We can make fun of Donatello all night. What's the next story? What's the next one?
I don't know what
That's Chris.
Oh, that would be Jubilee.
Mother.
Oh my God! Here we go.
I don't have a picture,
Here
but
comes
just
another
talk.
Comedy rant.
God!
Just
Dang it!
Just let it,
Sherry's Jubilee.
get it on out. Get it out.
Cry it out.
So it was recently announced by one Brian Singer that in the X-Men Apocalypse movie, that there would be a woman, I don't fucking care anymore, who's gonna play Jubilee.
Almost the useless X-Man.
Jubilee in X-Men.
And I'm thinking,
Shut up. In X-Men Apocalypse. What the fuck are you gonna do? Are you gonna shoot fireworks at Apocalypse?
She's gonna
Why
die.
didn't you bring her in at the beginning and then kill her off after the first X-Men movie? Or maybe you could have brought her into the third movie and then she would have been wiped clean from Days of Future Past. Just throw it all in the shit pile and then have Days of Future Past come in and just clean up that shit. Or why didn't you have her in Wolverine Origins or some shit like that?
Yeah,
why
that
wouldn't
would've
you?
been her.
Right?
Yeah.
Have her in the cage
As Wolverine's
with all the other
sidekick.
mutants, and then maybe have someone stab her. to death times
Okay,
because
now
she is a
come on.
horrible character.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Star is like, still not as useless as Skin. Okay, look.
No,
Skin
I
has-
disagree.
He has extra skin that he can manipulate. I shoot fireworks. I mean, come on. I have a hard time. Like I said, Cypher. Cypher is not the most useless X-Men. Cypher could have been a millionaire a million times over as a UN translator. Jubilee shoots fireworks. Oh my
Unless-
God.
Okay,
if
unless-
they put her
guys.
in Daisy
Here-
Dukes on rollerblades, I'm walking out the theater.
Here's an idea. Here's what they could do. You could have like if the only way I find this appropriate is if at the end, whenever Apocalypse is lost, X-Men have won, and then they're having a barbecue in the back of the mansion, and you've got Jubilee. She's like, "Hey guys, watch this."
Can I point something out now?
Yes.
please?
Yes.
Have you ever had a firework go off in your fucking face?
I've actually blown up my 3 fingers from a firework.
Then she's not useless.
No, they were just numb for a couple of days.
Also, I would like to say, if the
I'm
fireworks
not
blew up in
done
my
yet.
face, I must be pretty stupid. So, I'm just saying.
True, but fireworks are kind of fucking deadly.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but not when you're
who's
fighting other
deadly?
mutants.
Boom boom. The mutant who makes little bombs. She's deadly. Yeah, okay, I understand your fireworks is sparkly, whatever, you know. Hey, it's cool.
It's not that I don't hate Jubilee.
You know,
Okay, I hate Jubilee.
You know, actually, in the comics, I like Jubilee. I actually liked her. I mean, I don't see a reason for her in this movie, but maybe they'll find something cool for her. Maybe they'll change her powers a little bit. Who knows?
Maybe
So-
Maybe they'll bring a can of gasoline at all times, so that way they can just pour it over the enemy and then.
I enjoyed her in the 90s, teamed up with Logan. I did, but she was more of a supporting.
I didn't like her in the cartoon. Like that was my biggest thing. I was not a fan of her in the cartoon. The
She
cartoon,
was
she
always
kind of
the
annoyed
damsel
me.
in distress.
Yeah, she kind of annoyed me. It was like she never really fought for herself. Like I don't know if it was different in the comics. I mean,
Well,
if you guys know anything.
I was gonna say, like with Jubilee, it's like
Hey.
you need to get her around maybe a flammable source like gas, kerosene, propane
I'm saying.
accessories.
Yeah.
And that's how
Hold
she
on
uses
a
her
second.
powers.
Did you just go Hank Hill on
Straight up, he straight up went.
Yep.
Full Hank Hill.
I'll tell you
I wish you had done the
Okay.
voice.
I'll tell you what.
Man, I'll agree with you. Yes, Angel, but at least he can get somewhere faster.
That's
okay?
true. He can. He can fly. He's got angels with
He
him.
may have hollow bones and wings, but at least he can. Who doesn't want to fly?
What you think about what Angel became? An Archangel.
Oh, when they made him Archangel, he was badass.
Right.
He got metal, razor sharp wings coated with neurotoxin.
Yeah, and didn't you get to like shoot him too?
Yes,
he
you
could
can shoot
fling
him off and-
off the feathers.
Yeah.
Archangel was badass. Mr. Flapping Angel, Avenging Angel, no, not so much. But at least he can fly. Probably not a good X-Man, but can still fly. Like Cypher. I mean, he's naming off X-Men that suck in here. I mean,
So Cora, you actually like or you don't hate Jubilee as much as we do.
No. No, I don't.
We have to get a different opinion in here. I mean,
I don't, like,
I know, we just stomped all over her explanation. Go ahead, sweetheart.
I got the main point of my explanation with the fireworks.
it does
now.
hurt. It hurts like a bitch. That is for sure.
And
hurt.
Her.
I'm not done talking, dude.
I was agreeing it hurts.
It can melt your face off.
Like Raiders against
You have to
Raiders of the
have a-
Lost Ark.
Yeah. You have to have a permit to use fireworks.
That's true.
You do?
Yeah,
Yes.
you do. You actually do.
Yeah,
Like-
right, the class that we were supposed to
Yeah.
take that we never went to.
I actually went and took it. It was
Oh,
the
you
most,
did?
It was the most boring 4 hours of my life. Actually, it was longer than 4 hours. I was there from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. and it was annoying as shit.
My question is, did you play with fireworks?
No.
Damn.
Good.
But you know those big fireworks you see on the 4th of July and shit?
Yeah.
You have to sit through that fucking class. And you have to be precise to a T. I've seen how they make fireworks, and if there is even one grain in the wrong spot, the whole thing will explode.
It's true.
immediately.
She's not wrong. Yeah, at all.
Okay,
It's right.
you're talking real world physics now.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now, take that kind of let me finish. Now take that kind of explosion and give someone that kind of power.
Well, let me ask you this. Obviously, that would work great against a civilian or a human character, a human enemy. But somebody against Apocalypse, that's not going to do anything.
It could be a good distraction.
Flashing lights, look! And then Logan comes in.
exactly. I mean, that's not a problem. That still makes her useful. Even if it's just a distraction is useful. You need some kind of distraction when you're fighting a big enemy. I mean, dance off.
Okay, no powers versus something is always better, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're X-Men material. 4th of July comes around, give me $10 million. And I'm rich, biatch. If it's the end of a Kiss concert.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she would be an amazing roadie. Like, she would be just like...
And I'm rich. Following Logan around and doing shit with Logan? No.
That's a
No.
way.
Her whole thing in the 90s was, I will blind him from over here.
Yeah.
Wolverine, go cut him.
Yeah.
Which was useful. It is useful when teamed up with that. Yes. Blind, and then Wolverine goes and cuts a dick.
I got a question. Which is more useless? The more power, shooting fireworks or Dazzler?
Shooting fireworks, because Dazzler converts sound into solid light.
Yeah.
Dazzler converts sound into solid light.
That's far more
Yeah.
blinding.
Well,
Something where no sound is.
Look, I'm just gonna stop this whole thing with this. Black Bolt yelled at Dazzler.
Oh,
that's right.
She was able to fly.
Oh.
He didn't talk. He yelled at her.
I don't even. Oh,
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is.
really good point.
Anyway, what's the next story? Because we.
I think it's Zelda.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun,
So we're all gonna kill the
Kojima-san.
New York Times
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't get all their information before
No.
announcing this. There is not going to be a Zelda live action.
No.
God!
Dang it!
Down.
I gotta. Whoa! Hang on.
Like, we don't know if there never will be. Nintendo was kind of not clear on that, which could mean good things because anytime we asked if they were going to make a Majora's Mask remake, they were never clear on that, and what did we get? And it was wonderful. But as far as the live action show goes, it's not going to be on Netflix. They never confirmed that. And the Times and New York Times just went like, we'll go with it.
Let's burn this motherfucker down, Pookie.
God, that's so disappointing, man. But I mean, I guess
were
we
excited for that,
shouldn't
too.
have got our hopes up
We
because
really did.
even whenever we brought the news story, we even
was-
said we
it
were
was
like,
speculative,
well,
yes, it
Nintendo
was.
could always pull out.
Ha.
Yeah.
And I said that, yeah, okay.
But there is one more piece of information, I got some business to address when it comes to this story, and it's look at another amazing art. Look at the doodle of Link.
She's
I
actually
love
really
it.
good.
She's very good. I love it. It's
You do
beautiful.
well.
and
And
I
she
feel like
does-
everyone should see this.
And she does it like in no time as
I
well.
love it. Seriously. And you even got Navi following him around. Like, this is great. Okay.
If I were being accurate, I would have her dead because no one likes Navi.
You can draw a knife.
I could, but
Just
then that would
have
ruin it.
blood kind of coming down.
Alright.
Hey,
Okay, so,
listen. Hey.
So continuing on, Hideo Kojima, the guy behind the Metal Gear Solid games, who's always very active on social media. The man tweets what he eats. If he's on a train, he'll tweet a picture or something. For the last few days, has pretty much disappeared off all social media, and some would say it is because of a disagreement between him and Konami on the next Metal Gear Solid 5 game. Now, we're talking dropped off totally. This man posted on Twitter maybe 5 to 8 times a day, and then just dropped off totally. I mean, it's not that unusual to take a break from social media as well. It's just unusual. It happens right as they're doing the Metal Gear Solid, and there's supposed to be this big argument between them. I mean, we don't know anything yet, but we don't think Kojima's off Metal Gear Solid 5. That ain't gonna happen. But he did say this is the last one.
He
though,
did,
right?
yeah. We brought that story a while
So-
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the last one, and all of a sudden he's gone. Maybe he's way into the story right now. Maybe he's developing things. I think everybody kind of made too much out of it.
Yeah.
Look, Kojima's been doing this game for years, just over and over and over. And he's just been working. This man finally realized that he got some money, so he decided he's gonna take some money, take a little trip, get some coke and hookers, a little alcohol, and party for a little bit.
That was awesome. Yes.
When he's done partying, back to work.
Fun.
If all the coke, liquor, and hookers don't kill him. Just That's what I would do.
Coincidentally,
Just
that's
saying.
my vacation plans.
It is. Oh, that's
You're
awesome.
welcome to join.
I will go.
I do have a question though. Whenever they figured out that Kojima was missing, did somebody go, Kojima? Kojima? Kojima!
And the Japanese guy does not laugh.
It's funny.
It's not funny.
It is pretty.
Ah!
Like half of you laughed.
I-
I mean, really, like the other half wasn't sure what was going on, but one half of you laughed.
I was curious if if he actually escaped, hiding under a box.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What,
could've.
what?
Thank you.
You know, I have to say,
Box.
just gonna
The
go on the
box
Metal Gear
ghost.
thing. My first convention ever, I'd never heard of Metal Gear Solid.
Mhm.
I was like 13, never heard of it. And the best cosplayer at the con was a Solid Snake in the cardboard box. And
Love it.
No, this is what made it great. There was a pile of cardboard boxes that the vendors had been using. You know, that they brought a bunch of stuff in. And he just took one of the boxes and hid in it. And my friends and I were standing next to it, and I guess he decided to move, and he just, and started walking and scared the ever-loving shit out of everyone in the room.
Yes.
And then someone that apparently was Otakon came up behind him and put the exclamation point on the box.
Nice.
It's like, what just happened?
It's amazing.
Now I understand, and I now understand that was probably the best moment ever.
I would also like to add that people that have that alert sound as like a ringtone on their phone, stop it. Because to this day, I hear that and I hear the, what?
So,
I will stop and
I
look around.
used to have it on my phone.
You bastard. And we'd be sitting in here editing a video or something. What? And I know it's a video game, but still, what was that? What was that?
well, I'm wondering though, because I mean, you bring up a good point about ringtones. Whenever he finally does show back up on Twitter, will everybody's ringtone go? Ding?
I'm setting that sound right now.
Dun, dun, dun,
What
dun,
have you
dun,
done?
dun, 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 dun.
What have you done?
Have y'all seen Crab Battle, by the way, on YouTube?
No.
Oh man,
What?
it's so good. It's based off of Metal Gear Solid 3 or Snake Eyes, and
What?
he's sitting there in the in the cave, and it's that first scene where he has to kill a crab in order to eat the sustenance, and Snake can't figure out how to kill this crab because he thinks it's a cave demon. So he calls back on the Colonel. He's like, Colonel,
What?
Colonel, I need your help. It's like, what is it, Snake? Well, there seems to be a cave demon in here. It's like, what? No, that's a crab. It's fine. Just use your knife and kill it. Oh, it's got like it's got steel claws that could cut into a tank. My useless knife, it won't kill it. And then like you keep thinking that he's overblowing it, and then he stabs it, and it breaks the knife, and then it starts attacking him and kills Snake. And then at the end, it's like, Snake.
And the craziest thing about this whole thing is that Matt doesn't drink, so that had to be real.
Yeah, it was completely real.
You know what? What I think it actually is Matt is on like the deprivation of not having meat.
That must be it. Yeah.
That's actually what it is.
I have not had beef in a while.
Well, we're 47 after, and we're kind of having fun here. So.
Yeah.
What's our next story, Chris?
That's all our stories.
I think
That's
there's one story that we didn't discuss, and that is Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek
Yeah.
3, of course.
Yeah.
And
Search
it's
for
real
Spock.
quick, one of our favorite actors, Mr. Idris Elba. Is he in talks or is it confirmed now?
I think it's rumored. at the moment.
It's rumored. It's
Okay.
it's a strong
They're
rumor.
in talks of Idris Elba actually playing the villain in the next Star Trek 3 movie, which,
Badass.
okay, put Idris Elba in everything as far as I'm
Yup.
concerned. Now, please don't make him a fucking Klingon. Just don't. Don't make him a Klingon.
I honestly don't know what they're gonna do with this one. But like I said, when I saw one, I was walking up their theater saying, I want to see Khan in the next movie. I got that.
So
I think-
So for this one, I have no idea what.
I'm thinking all original villain.
It actually makes sense for him to be a Klingon though, because so
I
far in the
know.
storyline, they're talking about the Klingon Wars.
I know.
You know?
Damn it. I
Oh, are
just
they
don't
really?
want
Yeah,
okay.
in the
Alright.
second movie, they
I
talk
just
about the
don't
Klingon
want
Wars.
it. I would rather just let Idris Elba go. Just let him go and do his thing because it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But who would you have him play?
I say all new.
Just an all new.
I
say
would
all new
love, I would
character.
love that, but I feel like it's gonna be a Klingon, and that's. I mean,
It would
just
fit in with the Star Trek universe, and I would have to accept it at that point.
yeah.
But still, it would be Idris Elba. So yeah.
Well, seeing that this is also going to be the 50th anniversary for probably the film for the 50th anniversary of Star Trek in 2016, they're probably going to amp this thing up. So it's probably going to be an original story. Also, you know who's writing this one? Who's writing on this one?
Simon Pegg.
The great man, the man
right.
himself, Simon Pegg.
Yeah, he said that he's got like certain standards that he has to follow whenever he does this. But,
So, like the same one Edgar Wright was going to do with Ant-Man?
yeah,
Yeah.
Edgar Wright.
Yeah,
Edgar Wright.
yeah, we're right.
Well,
I think once a month we
There's-
should do a show like this because a lot of guys in the chat do like it.
yeah, it's fun. But like you've got Idris Elba possibly being 007 too. You know, I think
They've always
I
said they
want
put
that.
him on
I
the
want
fetters
that.
list,
Yeah.
the punchers list.
being
That is so
007 like
far
in a
removed.
movie. But no. I'm
I
saying
would-
like
I would take it.
after Daniel Craig.
007 ain't black.
After Daniel,
I would want it just to piss people off,
after Daniel Craig, they were talking about Idris Elba taking over.
and I would love to see it, and I think
Did
nobody
y'all
could do it
know-
better.
No.
Did y'all know that people actually got their panties in a twist when Daniel Craig became 007? Because 007's not blonde.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I remember
heard
that. I
one.
remember
Are you
that. Yeah.
kidding
Y'all
me?
motherfuckers need to let it go. man.
Yeah,
Come
dude.
on.
They,
now.
like,
Well,
for-
people
for-
heads gonna explode if they make Elba freaking 007.
But he would be awesome.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he is smooth.
Mhm.
He can play that tough guy. Can you imagine?
He's
Elba-
already British.
And Elba in a fight scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
my
when
god.
when he was Heimdall in Thor
Oh yeah.
and cut those two damn frost giants
He
down.
doesn't need a fucking sword. Are you kidding me? He doesn't need anything.
I mean,
I want to see him just
he
fight.
piloted a Jaeger. We are canceling the apocalypse.
Oh my god, that was actually good.
That was one of the best damn lines ever.
Well, not only that, but your dialect, your accent, that was very
Well,
good.
thank you very much. But anyway,
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I
But
was
this
too busy
was-
thinking about Idris.
Come on.
This is called a redemption
but
story.
the scenes that he had in Pacific Rim, we went to that screen
Oh, yeah.
when what's Charlie's character touched
Probably
him,
put him.
Uh-huh.
and he had that look of like, this has never ever happened, and
Yeah.
I've never been disrespected like this ever in my life. Just that.
Get off me, bitch.
One, don't ever touch me.
Yep.
Two,
Ooh.
don't
Never
ever
touch me.
Idris Elba can play anything.
He really
okay,
can.
so as far as Star Trek 3, yes, all the way. 007, that's a little bit further away and more
I
rumor
want it.
deal. I would want it too.
Well-
I would want it just for the people that get pissed off, like I said.
Yeah.
If you're angry about 007 being black, fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just gotta get over
I will
it.
mail you a candy bag of dicks.
Dude,
No,
think
no,
of,
Bon
no.
appetit.
think of
No,
this.
the glitter bomb.
Oh,
Nailed the
God.
glitter.
I'd rather have them eat
The glitter pills.
No, because no. There is a company, and this came out first before the bag of dicks. You can send your enemies glitter, and it's basically an envelope they've just filled with craft glitter. So when they open it up, boom, glitter cloud everywhere. Then they have to.
Oh,
clean
I-
it.
Glitter bomb.
Around anymore.
Bye,
That guy wants to
BC,
get
have
rid of it.
fun.
All right, here's
The guy wanted to get rid of it. There was so many people ordering the glitter bombs. He was like, I can't do this shit. This is annoying.
He needs a team.
You know what more people would probably freak out more than Idris Elba? Well, obviously 007 being black. If they made 007 gay. You
Actually-
think about how like
There,
explosive
there-
that
there
would be.
was something where
In,
there was supposed to be a male love interest in the second one. What's
Quantum of Solace?
Yeah, there was supposed to
Really?
be there was supposed to
Have-
be a gay love interest in it.
Okay, have y'all seen Skyfall?
Yeah.
Remember that one moment? They've already hinted that he's at least had sex with guys.
Well,
Hello.
yeah, because I mean he does.
No, I need to watch Skyfall.
Yeah, it was in that
he
part
was
where
hitting
he's
on him, and he was like
Right.
rubbing his leg and basically showing him how, like, he was like saying that he could show him how to love a man, and he's like, who says I haven't? And he just went, okay.
Oh
I
my.
think this is a good point. We're going to take a little break because we're having fun. Might as well keep it going. Because
It's gonna be a long show, kids.
okay, so let's go ahead and take a break.
What do you
We
want to do?
actually do have a brand new joysticking that was up on the channel Matt, you got to review the new Devil May Cry.
Yes, right. DMC Devil May Cry.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It's called the Definitive Edition because this version is, they basically updated it. They released it for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, but they wanted to re-release it on the next-gen consoles just to show what all they could do and hopefully continue on the franchise, continue on the series. So, guys, check it out and enjoy this next...
Say in the clip?
I'm sorry?
Which we hear you say?
Yeah, I'll say that again in the clip here in a second. So,
spoiler!
Enjoy joysticking with DMC Devil May Cry the Definitive Edition.
How much time do we...
Oh, we got to redraw it, guys. Keep on.
Oh,
I'm drawing it out because apparently it's not ready yet.
We gotta
so,
redraw it.
yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I didn't know
you
this.
played it on PS4?
I played it on the PS4. It's a reboot, and I didn't know going into it that this is going to be a reboot of the franchise.
I actually did play the reboot. I didn't have the Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed the Devil May Cry.
Oh, I love Devil May Cry, but I was a little disappointed by Dante just because I love how Dante was in the older games, but because they're taking on a fresh new take with this character, but at the same time you kind of grow to like him in a way.
I've always liked the character. I love the smart assness. He's kind of like Deadpool.
Yeah, in a way he is.
Ready.
He is.
Okay,
Well,
ready to go?
I'm ready to go. So
Yeah,
check out
okay, so check
joysticking
this out.
DMC Devil May Cry, the Definitive Edition. Hey, it's Matt with Cinelinks.com and SCNS Live, here to give you my review of DMC Devil May Cry the Definitive Edition. Originally released in 2013, this version of Devil May Cry is the 5th installment and a reboot in a long-beloved franchise. In this version, we begin with our main character Dante, unaware of who he is or where he comes from. After a long night of partying and mischief, Dante wakes up to panicked knocks at his door. A woman named Kat tries to warn him that he's in danger just before a hunter demon appears to pull Dante into limbo to kill him. We later find out that this demon was sent by the classic villain Mundus, hell-bent on killing the son of Sparta. Devil May Cry the Definitive Edition is a true-to-form hack-and-slash video game. You run around as Dante going through different parts of the city, constantly being pulled from the living world into limbo. The plot gets rather repetitive in this instance, as you don't really ever fight in the living world. While admittedly the game does get campy at times, Devil May Cry has a certain charm to it. It's not the same Dante we're used to from the old games, as this one is younger, brasher, and cockier. However, you can't help but love the character, just like his predecessor was loved. While linear hack and slashes aren't usually my forte, I found myself becoming more and more addicted to the story the longer I played. Now, the reason this game is entitled the Definitive Edition is because this is a re-release for next-gen consoles. Capcom wanted to release this again in order to enhance graphics and create a more challenging gameplay experience that they couldn't do on the older consoles. While it's not perfect, and it's no Uncharted, the Definitive Edition's graphics are definitely an upgrade. The facial features and even the gameplay looks and feels more polished. When it comes to adding a more challenging experience, Capcom has done just that with the new modes you can play like Gods Must Die difficulty and even a Bloody Palace mode for Virgil. Along with the added challenges, the Definitive Edition also comes with all the DLC and skins you could have purchased on the 360 or PS3. Despite all of its upgrades, DMC's fighting mechanics still need work. At times, switching between weapons can be a pain, partly because you have so many to choose from, and also because you're moving so fast, the game doesn't register when you're going from the scythe to the axe. That's not to say it happens every time, but when you're in the middle of a battle and you're close to dying, it can be really annoying when that happens. And on the note of dying, it is so easy to die in this game. As the story progresses, the enemies get harder and the amount of health diminishes. DMC Devil May Cry the Definitive Edition is a really fun hack and slash game that takes everything you know from the previous series and flips it on its head. You can't go into it thinking it'll be like Devil May Cry 1 through 4. Instead, go into it with an open mind and just have fun with it. The longer you play, the more addicting it becomes, and it's quite enjoyable. This is the perfect stopgap game while you're waiting for the next big game to come out. While I wouldn't necessarily pay $60 for it, I wouldn't mind paying $10 to $30 for this game. I do hope that Capcom does continue to make more Devil May Cry games and really stretch the limits of the next-gen consoles. So, if you're in the market for a good, mindless linear game with a surprisingly addicting storyline, check out DMC Devil May Cry the Definitive Edition and go hack and slash some demons. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at MoveTheJoystick and check out more reviews like this and more on Cinelinx.com.
Hey guys, welcome back.
There we go.
Okay, guys, welcome back. That was a little bit of what the hell is she doing? Anyway, a little bit of Devil May Cry. I actually might have to pick that game up.
Yeah,
that looked pretty cool.
It was fun, man. It really is. And
I understand what you were saying about it not being worth the price on shelf, but used.
yeah, it's
Get a deal.
definitely a good used game, and like I said in the review, I mean, whenever because it happens, you have those times where you've beaten all your favorite or all your big video games, and you have nothing to play. Well, this is a great game to have in the middle of waiting, like how Arkham Knight just got delayed. Well, hey, that's another game for you to play in between that time. Because I mean, what's another good game that's coming out while we're waiting for Arkham Knight?
Bloodborne just came out this week.
Well, Bloodborne just came out. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
like, what are we waiting on next?
MLB The Show 15.
MLB The Show. At that point, I'm waiting on Madden. That's what I'm waiting for at that point.
And I know we sometimes get on serious topics here, a little bit of rants and every now and then, but Indiana just passed a new law. Basically, if it's your religious preference, you can discriminate against somebody. I'll admit right now, I have strong feelings about something like that. I don't agree with it. I don't like someone having the free license to tell anybody, I'm going to refuse service to you because I disagree with you based on religious preferences. I know a number of our people on the show are religious, so I won't go into so much of that. But however, this is giving people a...
What?
This is giving...
I'm religious.
But I also know your character. You wouldn't go for some bullshit like this.
No, it's complete bullshit. I preach tolerance too.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So, Indiana, y'all decide to pass this? Hey, do you boo? However,
Do you
Gen Con, now you're getting into our world now, the nerds have said, this ain't gonna fly. So one of the largest conventions in the world, Gen Con, a big video game convention, has said that we're pretty much gonna pull out of this. Now granted, they have contracts and things already in place, so I don't see them doing it immediately, but I do see them probably, maybe even taking a loss on money just to get their con out of Indiana.
You also forgot one of the best things that I've seen thus far with the whole announcement about the Indiana thing. The congressman that said it? Was it? I can't remember the office that he holds, the guy that passed it.
The governor.
Governor. Thank God.
The governor.
It's been a while since I've taken government. The governor, made an announcement on his page with this huge list of why he did it. And almost every comment has been negative, like to him. People have said, you have betrayed this great state of Indiana. People are like, well, I'm moving, I guess. And the only people that have said, oh, now I'm moving to Indiana, is to just fuck with this law. Like,
Look.
oh, does that mean if I'm a Satanist, does that mean I can discriminate from, you shop in my store because I don't believe with your Christian beliefs? Can I do that? I don't think they're actually going to do that, by the way. But that's all of the comments that have been said on there.
In the defense of the citizens of Indiana, they needed to move anyway.
Yeah.
Indiana and fuck the
I mean-
Colts. But
Oh.
just saying, I just want Andrew Luck to be on the Houston Texans.
We can go off on several tirades about stuff like this. Now, they tried to pass something like this in Arizona, and so much public backlash, and when it finally got to the governor's desk, she said, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this, you Skeletor-looking bitch. But regardless, it hasn't worked. This is the first state that somebody has seen it in, but are they prepared for how many people are actually going to go, I'm not doing this? Because Gen Con is a huge moneymaker for them. It brings in thousands of people and millions of dollars just for this convention.
Not to mention the other money they spend, on food and other stuff. So it's probably closer to like billions.
So
And I just, it makes me wonder: is Indiana having an identity crisis? Do they think they're Alabama, like, or Mississippi? I mean, what's going on right now?
And we apologize for anybody in those states we just mentioned. However, Indiana can suck a dick. But
That's true.
This is, and we were talking about this before the show. This is truly the slippery slope.
It really is.
Because, I mean, we went into detail on how much it can be abused in other means, but our cons that we go to are probably some of the more accepting places that you're going to find.
Yeah.
There are nerds of every walk of life. You want diversity, baby? You go to a con, okay? We don't care. We do not care. Are you a nerd? You're in.
Well, I mean,
Well, okay, we have limits. We do
have limits. Let's
You
be
do
honest.
have some people.
But
Yeah.
as far as like accepting of people despite who they are,
Right.
you're not gonna find better people in the nerd community.
Yeah.
We take everybody. Roy, really? We're just gonna bring up Roy. Just
Hell
like,
yeah, we're gonna bring up Roy.
I
Roy's
love
a
Roy.
great
Roy's
guy. I
awesome.
love Roy, man. Roy's a funny dude too.
Y'all missed Alcon and Meet the Feebles.
Jesus, that dude's awesome.
But this is a huge error in judgment. How does someone decide, you know what, this seems like a good idea? I'm going to go ahead and pass this.
I'm saying that everyone in Indiana, because they're probably going to have the convention again, hard gay. Everybody. Everybody dressed in that cosplay. Hard gay.
Say.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up online. You'll find it.
He's actually really funny.
I think the best one I saw was from the chat, our friend Thor. I want a gay 007 and I want it to debut in Indiana.
Wait, Thor was the one that said that?
Thor said that.
I
Thank-
love you even more now.
I miss you,
Thor's
buddy.
great, man. I miss Thor too, man.
Yeah,
That'd be
me.
great to see him again.
But I mean, this is huge error in judgment, and I'm honestly at this point with the whole thing, I'm really just sitting back to watch how bad this is going to get before
Yeah.
it gets any better.
Well, it's gonna get horrible because that is seriously terrible,
You can't-
and I can't believe it. And it seems like a lot of the times politicians, they love to look back on what their forefathers did, and you look at, like, you know, discovering America, people came here for religious freedom. So, you know, somebody always will like think of something like that and then twist it and be like, well, that means that religious freedom means that, you know, we can discriminate against everyone. Like, no, that's bullshit. Like, it means that you need to be tolerant of everyone.
I
And
mean, isn't there supposed to be like a separation of church and state?
that's exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
How is
now
this a
they're
thing?
letting religion dictate what the state does.
yeah.
So,
I'm actually curious. I honestly, it's more hopeful. I don't think this is going to last long. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, considering that the majority of the state of Indiana did not want this,
How did it get passed? That's such bullshit.
it's got there.
Well, you know, you think about it too. I mean, look at New Hampshire. You've got, and I watched this on last night, and I saw that there was a story about how this fourth grade class decided to write up a bill to make the red-tailed hawk the national raptor of New Hampshire. And they went over to Capitol Hill or whatever the hell that is, and they proposed the bill. Like, these kids, these fourth graders. So you would think that, you know, just pass right on, you know? Like, they had a standing ovation there and everything. No, these people were debating about it.
Oh my God.
And they sat there and said, well, we already have a state bird. I don't
Mhm.
understand why we need to have a state raptor. The straight raptor is a bird, right? Raptor's a bird. Next thing you know, we're going to be having a state flatless bird. We're going to have a state hot dog. We're going to have a state this. And we're like, the fuck, man? Like, what is wrong with you? And it didn't pass. The bill did not pass. And so then basically the kids were there for no reason.
I'm going to point out to those people that states have a state raptor. Just going to tell you that right now. And they have other stupid things like a state food and a state meal and a state drink and a state everything. I'm not kidding.
Texas is
Wikipedia.
better be whiskey. Anyway.
It's just it's fucked up, and
Yeah.
it's annoying that you've got these. You've got something as pretty. Let's face it, it's a bullshit law to make somebody or to make the red-tailed hawk the national raptor, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bullshit law. You know, and it gets torn down. But then you've got this other bullshit law to basically discriminate against everyone, and then that one gets passed.
I will say
That's
this.
fucked up.
I will say this much. Gen Con, you threw it on the card. I want to see you actually make real of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see him actually do it.
Yeah.
They said it. I want to see him do it. That's pretty much all I got for that. And I think we should end on. Actually, I want to say let's end it on a good note. Let's do some channel control.
All right. Yeah.
Chris,
Well, I don't
roll
know.
it.
I don't know what other way to start it than with the video. No, I mean it's all right. Yes. God dang it.
Every time.
Fucking Chris. He
Every
never
time.
knows when to stop it. We always tell him when, and he just keeps on
I just
going.
need to change the internet to just all twerking butts and.
All right. So
But then we can't yell at Chris.
I'm surprised this didn't get worse in our private chat. Arrow this week. I'm surprised it didn't get worse. Honestly, I expected you to, after Tuesday night, to just take over the chat.
Are you talking about Flash?
I'm talking about Flash.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
Arrow. You
Arrow,
said
yeah.
Arrow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
I thought that y'all
I
were
didn't
gonna go
even
nuts.
watch Arrow because of Flash.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about it last week, you know, and we don't like to do a channel control where we're talking about the same show week to week to week. I mean, really, we like to change things up and have a little diversity. But with the way things are in Flash, we had to do it 2 weeks in a row because you had the greatness of last week.
Yes,
and we talked about it.
That was out of time. One of the best episodes of Flash. Flash has just been going up every week. Great episode. And the dialogue between Wells and Cisco, well, Cisco
Best
didn't even
part.
say much.
Best part.
I mean, you're just sitting there like, oh my God, he's just telling him all this. You're like a son to me and blah, blah. And everyone's seeing it. He's going to kill him. He is going to kill him. And when he's done, kills him.
Yeah.
And then Barry goes back in time.
Yeah, and my thought, and I don't know, maybe it's just me being like ignorant or whatever. I thought that when he went back in time, my first thought was, oh, he's going back in time to where his mother died. You know, so I'm like, all right, well, that's interesting. That's gonna be a new plot twist, right? Nope. He went back like what, 12 hours earlier, or a day earlier?
A day.
Yeah, a day
A day or
earlier.
two.
And they basically the entire episode wiped out what just happened in the previous episode.
Yeah.
No, there's no more him getting back with getting with Iris. There's no, Dr. Wells killing Cisco. There's no Dr. Wells just telling him everything about who he actually is, and instead we've got Cold, and what's his name? Cold and Heat.
Captain Cold and Heatwave.
Yeah,
Heatwave.
Captain Cold and Heatwave coming in and I guess starting a mob war.
Yeah,
like,
because Barry went back and the weather wizard, he just picked him up, took him to French prison.
Yep.
Just like that. That
That's
was
it.
done.
That's
Whole
it.
story done.
Which is
and
so
changes everything.
stupid because I love that actor. I liked that character, and I was hoping there'd be a better resolution than just got him. Now he's back in.
And
Like
he just said, "Oh, another power person like me, so jail."
yeah, that was it. And to me that's such a cop out. And we talk so much about like doing fan service and how a lot of the times we don't like it. And so much of it is like, oh, you throw homage to this, or oh, you show this, and it's a little bit of fan service. This was the bullshit kind of fan service, where you've got Cisco, a character that everybody liked, or at least they loved after that last episode, who died. Well, now, no, he's not dead because, for the fans.
And I mean,
they
had the same episode where Wells was talking to Cisco,
Yep.
and the whole father-son thing, of how he thought of Cisco came up. But then it was just, okay, that's how I think of you. You're a good kid. I was sitting there like, well, kill him.
Yeah.
Do something.
Do you get it now? This is why you should not mess around with time travel. That's what the whole thing. Y'all were on. I expect y'all to be more on fire about this, but this is the lesson. Don't screw around with time travel.
You act like we're doing that tomorrow. We are pissed because the plot and the story is just done. And it's bullshit.
So before you start So the next time they start to do some time travel stuff on Flash, y'all will go, maybe we shouldn't do that.
But
He didn't do it on purpose.
the whole series of Flash started from time travel.
Shouldn't do time travel. Shouldn't do it. Just
This
don't
is why
do
he
it,
doesn't
man.
This is why he doesn't
Yeah.
watch Doctor Who.
Yeah,
This
okay,
is why
yeah.
he
Just
wouldn't
don't
understand
do
it.
it.
He couldn't
No,
wrap
Doctor
around
Who's
it.
different.
Look, I love watching time travel
Me too.
shows that have time travel in it
Yeah.
to see how they're going to screw it up.
I love it. Yeah.
And with the biggest screw up was Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
So screwed
Hero
up.
was the most powerful character in that show, and time travel he went through time and space and did nothing.
There's both.
He was
There was
useless.
two. There was Peter and there was Hero.
Yeah.
Both of them did
Um,
nothing. And fuck, Peter screwed up even more, and it might have just been on a whole writer's thing, where he left his girlfriend in the future, the fucked up one, and then, where they redid the future to where, oh wait, that's right, she no longer exists.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. Pretty screwed up.
They did introduce in that episode, someone mentioned it here, Gold Girl,
Whatever.
Snart's sister,
Golden Glider.
Lisa, who was Golden Glide, but she didn't have the ice skin, she just had a gold gun.
That's fine.
Kind of encased people in gold
I mean,
flakes and...
Yeah, but the problem is that you couldn't appreciate this. You couldn't appreciate this episode. This was an episode that would have been an episode before last week's episode. This is an episode that's like, oh, it's a villain of the week. Oh, okay, well, we've got Captain Cold again. Yay, all right. I would have appreciated that episode more if it wouldn't have been the episode following last week. Because there were so many questions, answers, so many more things that you could go with. The whole Iris thing. He's been pining after this woman the entire season, and so far...
Yeah, she in the episode, she's sitting there looking at him with this girl, you can see, the thoughts.
Yeah.
It's going the same way, but when he dumps this girl, goes to her and says, hey, look, blah, 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 I love you. We can't do this, Barry. Stop bugging me. I hate being the one to say blah, 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 I don't love you.
That was messed up.
Walks off, and then Eddie comes and fucking cold clocks him.
Yeah, well, then the whole explanation is, well, maybe it's, certain events activate other things and feelings that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Bullshit, you had them before, you already had them. Oh, okay, let's go get your father kidnapped for a second and let's just see what happens. Maybe you'll start feeling it. Maybe then, I can show you that I'm the Flash. Like,
Chris, my camera, quick.
why not?
Wait, what? Wait, hey!
She's just that good.
Right? I love it.
Is that the Flash?
That is
Is
Chibi
that
Flash.
Look at that, it's a flash.
That is awesome.
That is really
That's
good. I like that a
adorable.
lot. That is actually
Look
really
at that. Look at that.
adorable.
One more time.
Chibi Flash.
It's a chibi flash.
Yeah,
Because you're good.
but that was the episode of The Flash, and now we're pretty much just gonna be continuing on with the repercussions of.
And I know it's channel control, but iZombie. I point out to you guys that the lead actress was actually the yellow Power Ranger from Power Rangers RPM.
Yeah, and I couldn't
One of
believe
the
it.
darkest Power Ranger series out there. Are you guys watching iZombie at all?
I thought you were.
I watched the first episode. I haven't watched the second one yet. It's just not.
I watched the second one. I enjoyed it still.
Like it?
I'm like-
Okay.
I'm
All
like-
right. Hey, cool.
And it's weird. I'm like waiting for the moment that, okay, I can stop watching this now. And I haven't gotten it with the episode 2 yet. I really like this character.
Okay.
I
Like I said, the first episode there were some things with me that just this localized zombie attack event, and then it's done. And
There's still more though.
Again, I haven't watched it yet. I will watch an episode sometime this weekend. And
It's on Netflix, right?
no,
Hulu.
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 Yeah.
Hulu. Okay, I'll just check it out.
And I enjoyed episode 2. And like I said, I'm looking for that episode. Is that weird? I'm looking for the episode. Okay, I can finally scratch this off my list. But episode 2 was not it. It was good.
Man,
She's actually very funny.
I remember whenever the CW or the WB was like kind of the channel that was left to the weeds that, kind of had some screwy shows.
Dawson's
Now you've got
Creek.
shows that are like really good.
No, that was UPN.
Oh my god, UPN.
The most urban network out there,
I loved
UPN.
UPN, man. That was horrible. Like the worst shows ever were on UPN.
They had Voyager and
Yeah.
just let's just get a whole bunch of black people and slot them for Tuesday.
Moesha.
Yeah.
Hey, but Forrest Whitaker on the Twilight Zone should have fucking stayed.
But
Yeah, okay.
well, there was also remember they were the ones that had the Brittany and Kevin Federline show.
Oh
Remember that?
my
That would probably
God.
be the downfall started.
That was so bad, and it wasn't even a show that was like had actual camera. It was all webcam. It was so bad.
Oh my god. Anyway.
No, Xander, UPN is not still around. It's just turned into a
It was my TV.
like here. It's my TV.
My
now.
TV.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
do we have anything else on
I wanted to throw one out real quick. By the way, for young Master Matt here, have you been watching Community on Yahoo Screen?
Oh, absolutely! I'm watching Community.
God, I love it.
And I've been enjoying Community. It's on Yahoo Screen. It's gotten to a point where I kind of feel like it has run its course because the characters.
I was about to say.
Yeah, the characters they're not the same. They're very different
Yeah,
this season.
I will say it this way. I'm kind of glad Shirley got her spin-off.
I loved
The
that.
cook, what is it? The butcher and the baker.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you bring Chan into the group now, or Chang into the
Chang,
group.
yeah.
The Dean's in the group now, and it's like, of course, you add.
Although I love the first episode with the virtual reality.
Oh,
And
episode 2, yeah.
Oh, that's episode 2. Yeah, every time like he's using the virtual reality, every time he does something, which the virtual reality is he's just inside the computer, just accessing files.
Yeah.
So anything you could go and use your mouse and click, he's doing that by running over, grabbing
I made it.
throwing
Oh,
it
yeah.
out, opening it, doing this, doing that, versus just scroll, click, done.
Yep.
He's going in there, and every time he does something, he goes, and Jesus wept! And like he does it every time because he feels like he's doing something prominent.
I'm sorry, I have not watched Community. I probably should. I will.
Dude.
at some point, but-
Yeah,
It's
season.
all on Hulu. It's all on Hulu.
Yeah,
And-
season 1 through 5 is on Hulu. Season 6 is exclusively on Yahoo
Yeah,
Screen.
because they bought it out when NBC canceled.
I will say this kind of as an addendum to that. If you haven't had an opportunity yet, great documentary that's just recently gone on to Netflix, Harmontown. Dan Harmon.
I say that, yeah.
It is fantastic. Just to kind of give a quick background, Dan Harmon got let go from Community a few years back. Before, what was it, season 3?
Yeah. it was
Him and
season
Chevy
3,
got into
the
it. Basically,
whole
he got
Chevy
let
Chase
go.
thing, yeah.
So pretty much, he took Harmontown, which is his podcast, on the road for about a month, and basically they filmed it. And it's a really kind of eye opener to see what really goes on with this guy. And the real hero of it is the guy. I keep forgetting his name because I listen to the podcast. The guy who does the live D&D on there,
Cool.
the Dungeon Master. Have you listened to Harmontown?
I have not, no.
Good podcast. They actually have a guy who actually does D&D on their podcast.
Oh,
And he pretty much turns out to be the guy who kind of breaks out in this. So that's one documentary I recommend. Also, God, what else is on Netflix?
The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
That is
Bring
a
on
show-
Kimmy
that is a
Schmidt's
show
not
that-
bad.
Well, that's a show we
Everybody
haven't
keeps
talked about
talking
in a
about that
while,
show.
and that's something we needed to address.
I was
so-
going to say one other, if you haven't watched it, is Danger 5.
No, God, no.
Oh, God.
All right, so
Have you seen it yet?
Okay.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Let's talk about that.
Oh.
Unbreakable.
Uh,
Damn it.
It's a miracle.
Do that again, Rob. Rob, do it again.
Unbreakable. They're alive. Damn it.
Miracle. Females are strong as hell.
Now, going through this series, I'm like, this is so wrong. I was just thinking about the girls.
Yeah,
In was it Indiana?
it was. I was thinking about Waco, to be honest, because they had
no,
that
I
in
was
Waco
talking about,
too.
I was thinking about the 3 girls that were in
Oh,
this
it
guy's
was
house
Indiana.
for,
It was-
for 10 years.
It was in Indiana. Yeah.
Or Ohio.
God,
God,
dang.
It was Ohio.
Are you
Who were-
becoming Florida?
Who were held by this cult leader in a secret bunker, saying that the world's been destroyed and they're there because they're stupid
Yeah.
and so on, and just treat them like crap. And had them trapped for.
15 years.
15
It was
years.
15 years.
Then they're finally found.
Yeah, and then
So-
they're released, and a lot of them decide to go back to Indiana, but Kimmy decides she's gonna start over. She's gonna go to New York City, where they get their paste pecana sauce. So yeah, they go over there, and man, it's
Oh,
so
that's
funny. It's obviously 30 Rock without Rockefeller Plaza. You know, you've got it's by executive producer Tina Fey, and it is so good. It's so funny, and I love Titus. At first, I did not like Titus, but then Titus just grew on me, and he's so damn funny.
Titus is awesome.
I love the episode where Kimmy's stepdad thinks that the daughter is the hooker, Natalie, and so like they decide to leave, and Titus is like Titus and Natalie are the only ones staying there, and she goes, "Bye, Natalie." And he gives this look like, and then she just decides to leave. He's like, I loved it, man, and it's such a good show. I finally finished the entire series, and man, it's so funny. And Kimmy is such a great character.
Yeah, she is. Is it Ellie Kemper?
I think so.
Ellie Kemper,
Ellie
yeah.
Kemper, yeah. And obviously she works for Jane Krakowski, another 30 Rock alum, and I love the stars that they got towards the end of it, where they had John Hamm playing as the guy who
as the cult leader.
As the cult leader, and then you had Tina Fey playing a terrible lawyer, just the worst
Just
lawyer.
horrible.
So bad. She had a perm and everything. It
Oh.
was amazing. It was so
like
funny.
it was like the chick is it Marsha Cross from the OJ trial?
Yes.
She was supposed to be
Oh,
a
God.
version
oh my
of
God,
that character.
I didn't realize that.
Everything in that is a version of some other
Something.
80s real world thing that they just twisted.
Wow.
So-
I didn't realize that. Oh, I love the episode with the robot. The robot that Jane and like beats, and then like they have to bury.
Oh,
And she's like, and Titus is like, do it. And man, they saved it, and they allowed them to do whatever they wanted to do.
well, but the thing is, NBC tapped Tina Fey to write a show for them. They got it and said, nope, we don't want it. And that's when Netflix stepped in and said,
There you go.
I will say Tina Fey, one of our great Greek Americans.
Yes, she is.
She is.
I love her, man. We are
What?
very proud to have her in our life.
Greek?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man.
Hell is yeah.
Damn it.
You gotta like her now. Oh, I remember the part where like the landlord is looking at a dog eating pizza and she thinks of Titus. And then like he goes, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that
Okay,
part.
so that's the one where he's making Pinot Noir.
oh,
Yeah. So he's making the music video, and she decides to leave. So she's sitting on the steps, and she sees a bulldog eating pizza, and she goes, Titus. And she runs back over to the place, and she's like, he goes, you saw that bulldog eating pizza again, didn't you? I told you I don't look like a bulldog eating pizza.
Okay. Yeah, and the landlady is played by Carol Kane.
Yeah.
Crazy Carol Kane.
Oh,
She's
Carol
also in
Kane.
Gotham.
Yes, she is,
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
Penguin's
no
mother.
Yep.
Well, okay. Well, we got one last break, and we're gonna come back and in the show. So, guys, take a look at this video. Chris, do you have that one?
It's your toy review.
It's what I did this week. The White Tiger Zord, the Legacy line from
The whole.
Toys R Us. No, I did Titanus already. This is just another one that continues to take my money. So, you know, I enjoy it. And I also have Masterpiece Star Saber coming. If FedEx gets it here, you motherfuckers. No, not FedEx. No.
Why is it gotta be a white?
Huh?
Why is it gotta be white?
What?
Huh?
I didn't even say anything about white.
Why
I said
can't why,
FedEx.
why can't it be black?
He's talking about the actual.
Huh?
Star Saber?
Yeah, why can't it be white?
What color is Star Saber?
Why couldn't it be black? Huh? You're racist. You are.
You were
a
just
racist.
trying to get to that. I didn't
You have no answer. You're a
No,
racist.
I'm just.
Roll the footage.
I don't like FedEx. Anyway,
Roll the footage of
there you
bigotry.
go. Okay, let's see the White Tigers.
Roll your hate footage.
Go to Indiana where you belong.
Hey guys, Jason for SCNS Live, powered by Cineleaks.com with a Tuesday toy review. And this is the Legacy White Tiger Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, this thing is awesome. I love all the Legacy stuff coming from Toys R Us, and this guy does not disappoint. I tell you, I had the White Tiger Zord, and I ended up selling them just because I wasn't sure if I was going to start collecting Power Ranger stuff again. But this more than makes up for it. Such a great figure. So let's get on right to it. Figure in this form. You've got the legs are articulated, but you are hindered by the leg pieces here. You can't twist at this joint here. You can see the hands are right here, but the claws actually will come up and down. So you can kind of get some dynamic kind of poses, like he's kind of crouched, getting ready to strike. The legs are articulated back here as well. The claws can come down with the feet. They can rotate all the way back. And like I said, you do have that jaw articulation. Yes, if you want to count that as an articulation point. He's a good kitty. Transformation-wise, first thing you want to do is take these legs and pull them out like that, just like the old Tigerzord. As you can see, you do have some die-cast metal pieces in here holding these joints on. So you just take that and snap it in. There's a little clip that's going to go into a tab right here on the white part of the leg. Now, I have noticed that mine on the left leg is a little fiddly. It has to kind of just gotta kind of snap it in a little bit. It doesn't snap in as easy as the right leg. But anyway, you take these claw pieces, fold them up, and those become the feet. As far as the top here, you just take that and fold it part way up. Fold it down, open up the jaw, take these and rotate them. Claws go up. And last but not least, you pull the head up, and there you have the Tigerzord in the robot mode, the Megazord. So yeah, he's kind of a mid-range. He's just a little bit shorter than the Megazord. And I think that, and also just one last really cool thing. My friend Cora a while ago gave me this little tiny White Ranger. I don't know where she got it from. It was pretty cool. And it's been sitting on my desk for all this time. And finally, I have a purpose for it. Thank you very much. We're starting the show.
Welcome to SCNS Live. We're doing the real show now.
Actually, the Flash went back in time, so we have to start this show all over again.
That's right.
But this episode, Matt dies.
It's a time.
Oh,
I will. And but I have an announcement.
And Jason gets a new liver.
Me
Not
first.
Andy Wild.
No, he needs mine because it's so unsullied.
Right now, we're going to get to this during the show.
Yes.
Matt, take it away, brother.
We've talked about, we announced it at AllCon that we were going to SDCC.
San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego Comic-Con. Well, it was basically, we just got confirmation today that myself and Father Gamer Eric Gibbs will be attending E3.
Woo! Yay.
That's right. As media, we will be there. We'll be there to talk to everybody. We'll be interviewing all kinds of developers. We'll be demoing games. We'll be going to different conferences. And not only that, but the amazing and wonderful Miss Taffeta Darling will be joining us as well for every day of E3. And we are so pumped. We're so excited.
So that's E3, that's San Diego Comic-Con,
That's
next
right.
the world.
That's it. If Cinelinx will let us. I think Cinelinx will give us access to that.
Anyway.
But thank you so much to Cinelinx.com for choosing myself and Eric to go. And man, it's going to be so exciting. I'm so pumped
They're
for
going to bring you
it.
guys back some great footage. It's
I
going to be
think
awesome.
It's a dream come true.
I'm so happy that we're actually going, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's going to be really cool.
Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/SCNS Live. Follow us on Twitter at SCNS Live. Follow me on Twitter at JasonTheX. Twitter handles.
Oh, you can follow me at Hawks Perch, but I don't post anything.
However, you do on your Instagram.
I do, but that's too long.
You can also check me out or follow me at Move the Joystick. I post a whole bunch of reviews, gaming stuff, as well as my announcement of being accepted into E3.
If you like porn and the occasional post, follow me at Entropy1.
It's really nice, actually. It's kind of tasteful. At times.
And if you like this video, go ahead and like it. And please subscribe to our channel.
Tell your friends. Get them to subscribe. Check us out. And if you like what you see, comment below and let us know.
Make sure you check out Cinelinx.com for some of our other Powered by Cinelinx shows. The Father Gamer Podcast, our buddy Eric Gibbs. And check out Fangirls Dames of the Round with our buddy Taffeta Darling.
That's right. You can also check out on Cinelinx.com the trailer breakdowns we have, as well as the recap. We do that every week, so yeah.
You're up this week.
I am up this week. I got to figure out my stories. So I think that's it. I think we've covered everything.
Thanks for joining us for an extra long show tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We'll try to do this more often, so you guys
every
can
now
enjoy
and
it. Yeah. Well, guys, until the next one, keep on
on
nerding.